So here we go is a really good example of what I was talking about when I was talking about using some poles, tree limbs, or actual trees in this case, to build that wigwam type structure. This right here, this long thin pole right here, those would work perfect, but to me, bushcraft does not necessarily mean it has to be 100% natural. It doesn't have to be me coming out here and taking 5 or 6 of those thin trees and building my wigwam shelter, when I could just as easily use PVC pipe and not destroy 6 or 7 trees. So there's no reason for me to come out here and grab those trees, because that's what they are. They're actual trees. So I don't have to kill off 6 or 7 of them and use them to build the wigwam part of my structure, when I have PVC pipe that I can use, and I don't have to harm or damage any trees to do it. So I know when I first decided to use the term bushcraft, when I decided to do that, and I think this channel's like 11 years old, somewhere around 11 years old. But when I decided to do that, usually whenever I heard the word bushcraft, it was well, not usually, it was 100%. When I heard bushcraft being used, it was someone from England. Completely 100%. Now it's being used by everybody. Let's see here. Over here, I'm going to digress here for a moment. Over here is that area I found those bones at one time, and it was a possum. I think a fox or a coyote or something had got a hold of. It was right in here, in this area here, somewhere. Not 100% positive where, but it's in this general area. So anyway, yeah, the term bushcraft, when I decided to use it, was 100%. Anytime I heard it, I'm just saying from my personal experience, anytime I heard it, was somebody from England. So now it's being used everywhere, but the definition, although can alter from person to person or group or culture to culture, generally means that you use natural products when you're creating things. Now, there was a debate for a while whether or not it would be considered bushcraft if you were using man-made items, as an example, PVC pipe. Now, some people were very adamant that to be bushcraft, it had to be 100% made from your surroundings in your area. And if you used PVC pipe, it wasn't technically bushcraft. Oh, I see a blue jay. See if I can get close enough to. But anyway, I never really believed that. Oh, there it goes. I never really believed that that was an absolute. I think that I am crafting items, and bush being your natural surroundings, your woodland areas, or wherever you're at. So I do that, but I decided that bushcraft really worked with what I was trying to do for several reasons, and being out in the woods and things to that nature being one, but because I was wanting a term that started with B that meant outdoors, Bushcraft fit perfectly. So we are coming to what I can only assume is a ditch. Now this may be considered a creek right here. I don't know if you can hear it, but on the other side, there we go. That dries up, that'll make some nice tinder. Oh, look, it's infested. Wonder if they're still alive. This is kind of cool. So I'm really curious as to what this looks like in there and on the other side. I'm not going in there, but I can see what it is on the other side. Okay, oh, it's just, ouch. It's a pipe. Just a pipe that goes into that field, so it's draining straight into that field. Looks like somebody put a deer stand of some sort, or attempted to put a deer stand right there. Try to get deer out in that field. They'd have to clear away a lot of stuff though. It obviously hadn't been used in a long time. So anyway, no creek or nothing, that's just a drainage. So I'm getting a, yeah, see, that doesn't sound like a bird. That sounds like somebody with a whistle. I don't know, it could be a bird. Yeah, that's a bird. Or well, oh, there, oh, blue jay. Yeah, see, that doesn't sound necessarily the same. That's the blue jay. Oh, there's a little piney. Man, I'm seeing so much stuff. And it's making it difficult to... That's a blue jay right there. And it's sitting over there. I see it moving, but I'm not going to be able to focus on it. Okay, so that was a blue jay. It sounded different when I was a little further away from it. It sounded more like somebody blowing on a whistle. Maybe there was a little bit of echo or something, I'm not sure. But so anyway, let's head north here. So all the water draining from this comes from underground. And as I said before, we are a swampy area and our water table is pretty high. So, you know, it's draining out from that field. Anyway, we're going to continue on, and a lot of birds flying around, a lot of birds. So every time I try to focus in on one of these birds that's flying around, they fly off. So I'm probably not gonna get any real good footage. Here's a couple woodpeckers. Oh, there's two woodpeckers. There's a wren. A couple woodpeckers right up here. And of course they fly off. You can hear some crows in the background. Alrighty, so we're coming up on the 1.5 mile marker, I believe, is up here in the next minute or so. I can't remember exactly. I did have these all marked with wood sticking on the side of the trail so that I would know where they were at, but been cleared off and everything by a long time ago. Oh look, there's something that lives in there, or at least used to. That's pretty decent. I need to get my GoPro out and stick down in there, which would be really fantastic. The only real problem with that is that neither Michelle's computer nor mine can read the GoPro format. It can't read it. Her computer did one time. It read it. I couldn't edit any video because the editing process that I use couldn't format properly with the video, and it wasn't working right. And that was the only time that her computer or mine read that GoPro. I tried it a couple months ago, and it wouldn't read it. Neither computer would allow the format to work. It said it couldn't read the format. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't know how I can edit the footage and post it onto my channel without using my computer or Michelle's computer. I have to use Michelle's computer to edit because Michelle's computer has the editing program on it. And I just don't know how to do it because neither one of our computers nor the program that we're using can read it. Oh look, a blue bungee cord. A pretty nice looking bungee cord, really. I mean, it's tore right there. I don't know. Could that be used for something? I'm pretty sure. So now I have a piece of bungee cord, plus I just picked up some crap off the side of the trail that I can use for a project. Crapola. So I was putting the bungee cord in my pocket, and the camera fell off of the tripod, because this tripod's a piece of crap anyway. Oh crap, see, look, see this? Oh shit. Piece of my camera broke. So this is a piece of my camera. Damn it. Alright. So my camera fell off the tripod, hit the ground, and a big old chunk of it broke off. I'm surprised it's still working. This thing is trashed. I mean, it is trashed. I'm surprised. I'm happy, but I'm surprised that it's still working. So now I have a big old chunk of it broke off the top, exposing everything on the inside. That's the last thing I need, is to have to figure out how to get another one of these cameras. Eventually, I'm not even going to be able to order them online because they're so old and out of date that they're just not going to sell them anymore. At this point, we got this one online. They're about $200, which isn't too bad because we went into Best Buy, which is where we got them originally, and I think that they're much more expensive in the store. And you can buy them online for a little bit cheaper. So I think this one or the last two, I don't remember exactly, but definitely this one. Yeah, the last two, because Michelle's got one, and we ordered that. We must have ordered that one online too. So the ones we're using now, the one Michelle uses now, and this one that I'm using now, both we had to order online, and eventually they're just going to stop making these cameras, and I'm going to have to go to something else, which is going to piss me off, because then I have to change, go to a different camera, learn how to use it in a manner that I want to use it. I probably don't use this camera to its full extent, even though it's old and old for the standards today. I probably still don't accurately use this one to the fullest of its ability, but it does what I want it to do, I'll say that. So anyway, who knows? I won't spend $200 on getting an eye exam and some glasses, but I'll definitely spend $200 on getting another one of these cameras. You gotta have priorities, right? Alrighty. Well, right now, I am somewhere between 1.5 miles and almost maybe 2 miles out from where I started. I believe around 4 miles there is another creek, and I don't know if I'm going to go that far, to be totally honest. This, ooh, look. Well, this would be nice to have if I had a need for this metal, which I do. That's nice to know that this is here. If I had a working forge, you know, that would be really nice to have, especially to make some cooking utensils and things like that. That would be kind of cool. Well, I know it's here, so if need be, I guess I could come back and get it later. So anyway, I think in another half mile, say about I'm going to say about a half a mile, maybe 3/4, but definitely at least a half a mile. Down the road is a rest stop type thing. I think I'll go at least that far, sit down and rest for a few minutes, and decide whether or not I want to continue on or whether I want to turn back, because no matter how far out I go, I have to remember I have to go just as far back. So I believe that it's 2.5 miles to this rest stop I'm going to from where I began. And, oh look, I don't know if that was randomly put there or whether somebody did it on purpose. There's a little piece of corn for the squirrels and animals to eat on. But a couple miles down the road from where I began is a small little rest stop, and I'll decide whether or not I want to continue on or go back, because like I said, no matter how far out I go, I have to go that far back. So, oh, another hole. Let's go see this. Look at that. There's something living in there too. Alrighty, well, I decided that the 2.5-3 miles one direction is good enough. I'm gonna head back the other way, and that'll give me 4 or 5 miles, generally 4 or 5 miles once I get back. I think that's a pretty decent walk today. I've needed to get out here, enjoy the outdoors, enjoy the walk, be active in nature. Although, personally, I don't think walking on a paved trail in between some trees as 100% nature, but it's good enough for what I've done today. I think it's okay. It's given me some exercise. It's allowed me to be out here. I've seen some birds. I've seen some squirrels. You know, breathing the air, the nice chilled breeze. So I'm headed back, and if anything interesting happens, or if something pops into my crazy head, I'll get back with you guys. But if not, then I'll give you my goodbyes when I get back to camp. All right, so while I was walking, I went ahead and put my glasses back on, because it allows me to see blurry stuff further away. So now I get a little more distance with my blurriness. But we are close to the county line. I have seen and heard a lot of birds. There's another piney squirrel. I've seen a handful or so of squirrels, and I am now heading south. So to my west is a highway, is the major highway that runs through our town, and you can probably kind of hear the semis and stuff going down that. But we are probably about 3 or 4 more steps away from being in Howard County, and there we are. So now we are back in Howard County, just leaving Miami County, and we're getting close to that swampy area that I showed you earlier. So I might as well go ahead and say thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.